Welcome back! Now we're going to take a look at the antechamber of Ulduar, which is composed of Algalon, the Iron Council, Cologan, and Oeaia. We will start with Algalon. He actually requires 97 kDPS, so you may need a bit of equipment from normal Throne of Thunder or from the Siege of Orgrimmar LFR when it will be released. After the pull, you will have 5 seconds, so pull with a Core Hound and Pop Heroism, or for the first pull, you will have a lot of time, so you just cycle through your pets while he is talking. This fight is mostly a tank and spank, although there are two abilities that can make you wipe. The first is Cosmic Smash. It is simply a void zone under your feet. Move out of it or you will be knocked into the air. However, you can use disengage to survive it. He will also summon collapsing stars. When they die, they leave a black hole on the ground. If you enter a black hole, the boss will despawn and deal a lot of damage to your hunter, probably killing him. Finally, there are As that join the fight, leaving constellations. However, they can be despawned with feigned death, and even if you keep them, they are very easy to kill, or you can just leave them up and they'll do nearly no damage. However, they are necessary for the achievement. For the achievement, you will want 3 black holes to spawn more or less in the same area, either simply by waiting long enough or by killing the collapsing stars when they are near other black holes. And once you got 3, you wait until a spawn of living constellations, and then you move behind the black holes, and if the 3 living constellations enter 3 different black holes within 10 seconds, then the achievement is done. At 20%, you will enter phase 2. Simply keep on killing the boss, however there will be 4 black holes that spawn in a square pattern. Make sure you are not on a spawn point at that moment. Simply being on the edge of the room is more than safe enough. Don't worry about the ads and just finish the boss. Then grab your loot and we'll be going to see Cologan. The only dangerous ability Cologan has is his Stone Grip. He will cast it periodically, and if you're not being followed by I-beams, you will get gripped and you will die. There are 2 ways to avoid his Stone Grip. The first one is to wait for his first I-beams and see if he casts Stone Grip right after. If after 5 seconds he hasn't cast Stone Grip, then simply reset the boss and re-pull him again and hope you get more lucky. Or you can simply not misdirect on your pet and make sure you always have aggro, and when you're not being followed by I-beams, simply start tanking the boss. He won't deal a lot of damage, and as soon as you move out of melee range, he will start hitting your pet again. If you're going for the I-beams achievement, whenever he focuses his eyes on you, disengage and then move to the other side of the room without getting caught by the I-beams, and by the time the I-beams reach you, they will have ended. There are also 3 achievements related to his arms. The easiest one is simply not to destroy any of his arms, is the usual way. And then the second one is simply, instead of just DPSing the boss, putting the boss at about 40% health, then putting the arms at about 10% health, and then finally killing both arms and killing the boss, all within 12 seconds. Finally, the last one is to cause 25 trouble to spawn, which means killing 5 arms. So the easiest way to do that is to kill the left arm, then kill the right arm, then kill another time the left arm. Then when the right arm respawns, start tanking the boss to make sure you're not gripped, kill the right arm, then kill again the left arm, and that should get you the achievement and kill the boss. Now, on to the next boss, Oiaya. She will spawn with 4 cats, and they must be killed very, very quickly, because they will deal increasing damage on your pet. It's the moment to blow all DPS cooldowns and all pet cooldowns. Once they are dead, Oiaya will start fearing you periodically and then casting an AoE. Now the AoE doesn't deal much damage, but it increases the damage you take from the Feral Defender. Whenever he is up, you must kill him as quickly as possible. Having Taunt up on your pet will help reduce the damage you take. She will also spawn a lot of little ads, but you can either kill them with any AoE, even Explosive Trap. She will also cast a Frontal Cone AoE. Try to avoid standing in front of her. Finally, whenever the Feral Defender dies, he will spawn a Void Zone and then respawn 45 seconds later. However, he will only respawn 8 times. There is an achievement that requires you to kill him 9 times. However, you will need a lot of room for this achievement, so make sure you kill the trash or that you do Oiaya on the platform in front of the Garden of Life. Finally, we'll be taking a look at the assembly of Iron. For this boss, you can use a Glyph of Main Pet if your pet has trouble surviving. However, Animal Bone will probably be more useful if you are having trouble surviving. Simply make sure to use one of your 2 cooldowns at every Fusion Punch. During phase 1, Steelbreaker will cast Fusion Punch on your pet, which puts a 4-second DOT on it that can only be removed with the Glyph of Main Pet. The Runemaster Morrigan will put blue runes beneath the feet of the bosses, move the bosses and your pet out of them. However, you can go inside them for a damage buff. And Brondir will cast Chain Lightnings and sometimes will cast Overload, that requires you to get 30 yards away from him before he finishes casting. Depending on the mode you want to do this fight, you will want to kill either Steelbreaker first or Brondir first. Simply kill Steelbreaker first if you don't want to do him last. However, if you want to do Steelbreaker last, then Brondir will be a lot more dangerous and must be killed. During phase 2, remaining bosses will gain a new ability. Morrigan will start casting Rune of Death. You have to move out of them. Brondir will start casting Lightning Worlds that must be interrupted. And finally, Steelbreaker will start stacking Static Disruption on you. It will deal damage, but it will also increase nature damage taken. And since the boss is AoEing at the rate of nearly 4000 nature damage every 3 seconds, then you will soon be taking a lot of damage. The only way to destack is to kill Morrigan. At that moment, he will stop casting it for about 20 seconds, which will let you destack. Which is why, if you're doing this on hard mode, you must kill Morrigan as fast as possible to reduce damage taken. Phase 3 is very easy if you got Morrigan or Brondir. However, Steelbreaker will put a debuff on your pet that will increase its damage done by 200%, but will kill it 35 seconds later. Make sure that you dismiss your pet before it dies. Steelbreaker will recover 20% health or 15% if you got Widow Venom on him, and then summon a new pet, either the Same Turtle or a Spirit Beast if you want to heal yourself, and finish off Steelbreaker before your own debuff runs out and you die. So that will be all for the Antechamber of Ulduar. See you for the Keepers of Ulduar next video.